We're going to look at how you put your block together here. I'm a very visual person and this might be helpful for you. We're starting with our base piece, and as I have indicated in the directions, I am using felt, but you can also use flannel. I've drawn a 1/2 inch line on the outer edges so I know where my perimeter of my block unit is going to be. I have cut my pieces the appropriate size, and then I like to staple those in place. Now that's not necessary. You can fasten those to your base however you choose to do, and you're going to just go ahead and fill in your area. And I usually just put in one staple, but whatever works for you. But the next piece of wool up there, you may notice that it is a little bit bigger and it likes to stick on my fingernail. And then the final piece. And we'll staple that in place as well. Then I had an excellent question about the tack stitch. So when you are doing this, you're going to just come up and go over and you're tacking each individual piece down to your felt on either side. The one thing that I neglected to put in your general direction sheet is that you are going to leave your outer edges unstitched, because as we put the quilt or your little wool sampler together, those outer edges are going to be stitched as we build the sampler piece. I come down to the edge. I like to do an angle stitch on that corner right there. If you choose, you can actually secure that, or you can move on. And I stitched the two inner pieces together. Your stitches can vary in length. I prefer that kind of look as I like it to look primitive. If you are a more refined stitcher, you're probably going to have your stitches be more even than mine, but I chose that mine be uneven and varied width apart. So you now have those center pieces secured in place. And you can choose as you wish. If you stop here and then go over here and start and stitch down, there's no right or wrong way, but I usually stitch both sides of the seam and work on one side and then turn and come back down the other. Once your pieces are stitched in place, you can take the staples out. Again, as I indicated in the general directions, I would probably not trim these until you get all of your pieces put together. That way, if you need to have a little extra there, you will have that. Your pieces should fit together, but as we know, just like in life, nothing is ever perfect and just as we wish it to be. Again, if you have questions or you come up with something along the way that I may have neglected to tell you, please feel free to give us an email and we will respond to you and share that with the group. Thanks, and we hope you enjoy our project.